All right, everybody. Thank you for joining how to start and run a home-based business. Guys, I figured that I would take the time out today to share with you some things that I normally would charge a minimum of $500 for. So what I want to do is teach you how to start your own business. Now, there's a lot of people that do not know how to start their own LLC, the corporation, or S Corp. Today, guys, I'm going to show you everything that you need to know on the basics of starting a business from home. Guys, my name is Arthur J. Moore. For those who don't know me, I am the creator of Earn in 3 Months What a Job Will Pay You in 1 Year, and I am the chief instructor at Future Tax Software Academy, and I am the CEO of Future Financial Services, home of the Maximum Tax Refund. And today, guys, I'm going to share with you, as I said before, a nugget that the average person wouldn't take the time and share this with you because it'll be taken away from money out of their pocket. They'd be taking money out of their pocket. So, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this to you. You'll be able to set up not only your own business, but you will be able to set up somebody else's business if you follow me from A to Z. For those that know me, you will hear me always say from A to Z because I teach better from A to Z. And I realize that people learn better from A to Z. Even my own daughters, and I always talk to my daughters from elementary school all the way up, and I always say, once you go to school, learn everything from A to Z. Don't go to school and learn A and then skip B, C, D, and then you start on E because you're going to miss out, and then it's going to be hard for you to pass that class. So that's my analogy, guys. I want to make sure that everybody that is listening to me right now follow these steps from A to Z, and this is how you set up a home-based business. Now, some of you may be wondering, well, why do I need a home-based business? Everybody needs a home-based business. Let me say this again. Everybody needs a home-based business. Why? As I always say, you at home, you're paying your mortgage, you're paying your rent, you're paying your light bill, you're paying your gas bill, you're paying all the bills that's associated with your home, and what you are getting out of it is comfortability. I'm sorry, guys, you're getting comfortability out of it. Now, hey, there's nothing wrong with comfortability because comfortability is what we all want. We all want to be comfortable, right? We all want to be comfortable, but what about being comfortable and then be able to get a tax deduction on a certain percentage of the gross amount of utility bills and mortgage or rent or whatever you pay at home, and you can legally get some of those tax deductions, meaning you can get some of that money back? Well, this has been going on for years and years and years and years and years and years and years, and we as a people, it's just now starting to get an understanding of how important it is to have a home-based business. And when I say we as a people, I'm not saying we as a people as being prejudiced for those who are listening to me under my breath. But what I am speaking about is we have been lacking knowledge. And as we all know, we all perish for what? A lack of knowledge. So today, guys, I'm going to give you some knowledge. I'm going to give you some food that you can eat, and I'm going to give you some fishing rods today, and I'm going to give you some baits. So now you'll be able to go out and catch your own fish. Now, I want to say this because the pandemic, it showed me a lot this year. It showed me that if you're just dependent on a job alone, and that's it, then you are soon to be in poverty. You can be making $100,000 and get laid off, and you're only going to get unemployment for so much time before now you don't have any more money. I watched somebody dear to me, and I watched him work for 30 years or better. And he did not take the opportunity to start a home-based business, no kind of way, no kind of form, no kind of fashion. And now he's only dependent on a small disability check because he got hurt. And not hurt is because he got sick. And so now that he's sick, he's dependent on a disability check. And guess what? His job is not even giving him any kind of retirement money or not giving him anything. So you got to understand, when you're in a city where you just work and there's no union, work at will state, you have to be careful, because you can find yourself working 20 years and get laid off, and then there's nothing else there for you. So that's why I always encourage everybody that's listening to me, guys, and I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. You need a home-based business. If you are listening to this webinar right now, you need a home-based business. Do not go without a home-based business. Even if you don't know what you want to do right now, it's time to start seeking out what it is that you want to do. It's time now to start searching and trying to find out what it is that you like to do so that you can make it manifest into a business. Because there's a lot that comes with your home-based business. So today we're going to start with the 6 steps to starting a business from your home. The first step is select your business name. Even if you're a solo business, you still want to create a name and identity for your business that separate from yourself. You want to have your own, you got your own personal name, but have your business separate from your personal side. And you're going to learn why as we go further into the steps. Once you decide on a great business name, I want you to make sure it's legally available, as you don't want to find yourself on the wrong end of a trademark dispute. Follow these 3 basic steps to ensure your desired name is available. Listen, I got the third step, what I had in there was too complex. So I want to just bring it back to you with 2 basic steps. Okay? I want to do 2 basic steps for you guys. Okay? So let's go 2 basic steps. All right? And those 2 basic steps is going to be check with your Secretary of State database. If you don't know what your Secretary of State name is, then just whatever city you're in, just put in Secretary of State. You can go on there and you check your database to see whether the name is already registered with your state. Perform a free trademark search to determine whether someone has already filed a trademark for your name. Now, when it comes to trademark, it's not necessary that you have to do a trademark, but it's definitely necessary that you check with your Secretary of State database to run a name search. See, that's what we are. A lot of us get caught up at, because we don't want to pay the extra little money to run a name search. And what ends up happening is we end up paying for a name and waiting days, sometimes a week, to only find out that that name has already been used. So definitely make sure that you run a name search before you actually file the actual business. I know some of you guys probably saying, okay, well, where do I go to file the business? I'm going to share that with you also. Be patient. Number 2, incorporate or at least register your business name with the state. Okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Forming an LLC or a corporation for your home-based startup will protect your personal assets, such as your savings and personal property. When you form an LLC or a corporation for your home-based business, it will protect your personal assets, such as your savings and personal property, from any liabilities the company may encounter. In short, should your business be sued or can't pay its debt, your personal property may be shielded from any judgments. Each business structure has its own advantage and disadvantages. Depending on your specific circumstance, the LLC is great for small businesses that want legal protection with a minimum of paperwork and a legal red tape. A C corporation is good for bigger companies that plan to go public or seek a VC funding. And a S corporation can be a good option for those companies who qualify. Your choice in business structure will impact the taxes you pay. So it's wise to consult a tax advisor or accountant first. So guys, as you all know, I am a financial advisor. I am a financial company, and we are backed by CPAs. So again, guys, I am here for you if you need my services. Bonus. I want to give you guys a bonus today. Okay? Bonus. Some new startups aren't quite ready to take the plunge into incorporations. Everybody's not ready to dig straight into an incorporation. And that's okay. If you formed a business and aren't planning on incorporating or forming an LLC in the near future, you should register your business name with the state. This simple step is known as filing a doing business as or fictitious business name. By filing a DBA, which is doing business as, you'll be legally able to use a business name, and best of all, it ensures that no one else can use your business name in your state. So if nothing at all, go and get you a doing business as. Okay? Go to your state, your local state department and start a doing business as. Start a DBA. If you don't want to start your S Corp, C Corp, or your LLC corporation. You just want to just get in and just start with a business name. You start with a doing business as, which is a DBA. Okay, guys? The third step to starting a home-based business is get a tax ID number. You don't want to give out your social security number to every client and vendor your business encounters. For these reasons, you will need to secure a federal tax identification number, also related to as an employer identification number. You guys may hear us say EIN number. Issued by the IRS, the tax ID number is similar to your personal social security number and allows the IRS to track your company's transactions. Number 3, get a tax ID number. Number 4, get a registered agent. Now, you can be your registered agent, but this is what you need to know about a registered agent. If you're incorporated or formed an LLC for your startup, the state requires that an agent for the business is always available during normal business hours and has a physical address in order to receive important mail sent by the state, such as tax documents or notice of litigations. For this reason, many small businesses get a registered agent to take the responsibility. The other benefit for the home-based business is the registered agent's address is publicly available. So anyone has access to it. If you want to keep your personal address information confidential, getting a registered agent gives you an added layer of privacy. Okay? Now, not that you need it, because you could just be the registered agent yourself. Okay? Number 5, check if you need any local permits. You always want to find out, do you need local permits at your home? Okay, whatever business you're doing, see if you need local permits, because you don't want to get citations. You don't want to find your neighbor report you run the business from your home, and then next thing you know, you're getting fined. So, depending on your business type and local ordinance, you may be required to have one or more business license and or permits from the state, local, or even federal level. 9 times out of 10, you want. These licenses can include a general business operation license, zoning, land use permits, sales tax license, health department permit, and occupational or professional license. It's best to get the proper license from the start rather than dealing with back payments and penalties. Number 6, know your home office deductions. Remember what I told you guys? You guys, when you start a home-based business, now you start going into getting tax deductions. If you use any portion of your home exclusively for business purposes, you're entitled to claim a what? Home office deduction. If you operate your business as a sole proprietor, you didn't incorporate or form an LLC, you can deduct certain home expenses based on the percentage of your home that is used for business purposes. For example, if you use a spare room of 180 feet as an office, could be a small bedroom, and your home is 1,900 square feet, that means you can write off 9.5% of certain home expenses, including rent or mortgage payments, insurance, homeowners or renters, and utilities. So if you got a 1,900 square feet home, and let's say you're using 50% of the home, let's say you're using 30% of that home, then guess what you can deduct? 30% deductions, home office deductions off of all the utilities and all the bills that you pay through that home-based business. So imagine if your rent is $1,000, but you're using a third of that house for your office. Now you're paying $333 a month for your business. Multiply that times 12, you got over $3,600 worth of tax deductions just off of your rent or mortgage alone. That don't have anything to do with your light bill, your gas bill, your rent, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So those are tax deductions that you get just because you are a home-based business in whatever home-based business you may start. Okay, ladies and gentlemen? So if number 6, if your company is structured as an LLC, S Corp, or C Corp, the corporation can reimburse the shareholder for the home office costs on a monthly basis under an accountable expenses reimbursement plan. This becomes a deductible business expense for the corporation. So, like for instance, I have an outside office, but I have a home office as well. So, therefore, my office will have to pay me back for anything that I spend out of my pocket. Okay? Because it's still looked at as a deduction. So, guys, the reason I say everybody needs a home-based business is because it's very important that we start learning how to take these deductions off of what we already paying at our household. Those deductions will help. Not saying now if you profiting and you making more profit, then you still have a lot of things that you can write off. I meet a lot of people who come and get their taxes done for me, and they have a home-based business, but they haven't set it up right. And this is for you guys if you're listening to this video. If you don't set up the business right, then you can't take the office deductions, the home office deductions. See, when you take the home office deduction, you don't want to wait till the end of the year and then start saying, okay, I spent this much on this, I spent this much on this, I spent this much on this. No, you want to keep track of that for the whole entire year. So when tax time comes, you already know exactly what your deductions is. But half of us do not know that because we do not know how to properly set up a home-based business. See, not only when you set up a home-based business, now you got to structure yourself to be able to know how much everything in the house costs so you can know what your deductions are going to be at the end of the year. Now, if you started your business and if your business did not make any money that year, but it cost you to still set your office up inside of that house, guess what? Even though your business didn't make any money, you still can take the loss on your business. And that's startup cost. That's a loss, just like if you have a building, but your business just so happened to be inside of your home, so now you can take that loss. Listen to me. Even if you didn't make any money, you still can file a loss on your business that you started at home if you properly keep all of your ledgers together, if you properly keep your profit and loss statements together. If you put everything together correctly, you'll be able to take the deductions. So having a home-based business is only set up for you to win if you know how to operate a home-based business. One day that home-based business may turn into a standalone building business on its own. Who knows? But just starting at home is the best place to start, because now you don't have the overhead. And you begin to work in what I always say, low to no overhead. And the overhead that you do have, you're really getting a deduction from what you already use for your personal self. Okay, so let's go back up to the top again, and let's look at these 6 steps. The number 1 step, what you can do is select your business name. Number 2 step, incorporate or at least register your business name with the state. 3rd, get a tax ID number. 4th, get a registered agent if you don't want your address shown. 5, check if you need any local permits. 6, know your home office deduction. And then from that particular point, once you got all that stuff set up, then you go and get your bank account set up. Okay? Then what you want to do is to start making your deposits. So that's a whole different conversation. That's a whole different conference call that I will have. Today, I just want to show you how to start it. Now, after you get these 6 steps done, you definitely want to go and get yourself a bank account set up. Okay? I watched a lot of my tax clients follow my step from A to Z, and I'm watching them now become successful. I'm watching them now leaving from a low state, and I'm watching them constantly grow every year, And it makes me feel so good that I have the information to share with whoever has an ear to hear to elevate themselves. And these are the 6 steps that you first have to do in order to start your business. Now, where do you go? Let's go here. Okay, so if you want to apply for an EIN number, you want to go to the IRS. And when you go to the IRS, you just go in the search box and you can just put in EIN number, and it's going to bring you to this page. And you got step 1 to determine your eligibility. Step 2, understand the online application. Step 3, submit your application, and then you get your EIN number. First, you want to set up your business. This is how you set up your EIN number. But you want to go here first to Georgia Secretary of State. Now, in your city, it may be Michigan Secretary of State or Boston Secretary of State. You have to find out whatever your Secretary of State is, and that's where you go to set up your corporation. Okay, so now you go here into a corporation, and when you go inside a corporation, it will then give you a lot of information that you want to know. It gives you the forms that you need to look at, your business search. Remember I told you definitely want to search the business first. You go here and put the name in and search the business. See if somebody else is already using that business name. If not, then you're good to go. Okay, but again, you got your forms. These are all your forms. Go inside the forms, and it breaks down to you what each one of the corporations represent. Okay, all right. That's if you want to just dig deep and learn more about the corporations. But if you just want to go ahead and file for your corporation, and you know exactly which one you want to do, then what you want to do is you want to go in here at the First Stop Business Information Center. I advise you to go through here and read. Creating or registering a new entity. You want to click that, and what it's going to do is it's creating and register a new entry. This is the quick link. So now what you're going to do is once you hit this quick link, It's going to ask you if you want to file online, the filing fees, the business services. Here's the filing fees. Hopefully everybody is following. This is the cost, the hard cost. Like I say, I charge $500, but I'm going to share this with you guys for free of what it'll cost you. If you want to do articles and incorporation, it'll cost you $100 if you do it online. If you want to set up a partnership, it'll cost you $100. If you want to set up an LLC, it'll cost you $100. If you want to set up a nonprofit, these are all the prices for everything that you want to set up. Okay, so again, you look at all the prices. You go down through here. This is how you find all the prices. Tonight, I'm not here to share with you all, show you all the prices. I just want to show you where you go to find the prices for what it is that you want to set up. Okay, so now let's go back to Secretary of State real quickly, and I'm going to share with you something before we go ahead and end this day. Let's go back to Secretary of State, and what I want to share with you on Secretary of State is when you hit corporations and you're ready to go, you just hit File Online, and then from that particular point, it said Online Annual Registration with Changes, or Annual Registration with Changes, or Online Services. What you want to do is you want to click Online Services, and then what you want to do is you're going to have to create a user ID and a password. You're going to have to create an account. Once you create that account with your Secretary of State, then you're able to go in there and follow the prompts to set up your corporation. So, two very important things I want you to know. People want to know, okay, well, where do I set up my business at? You can either do a DBA directly with your state, or you can set your corporate, and DBA defines as doing business as, or you can set up your LLC, you can set up your S Corp, your C Corp, you can set all your corporations up if you want to get the corporation. You can set that up by going to your Secretary of State. This is our Secretary of State. Our Secretary of State is Georgia Corporation Division, and the name of it again is Georgia Secretary of State. Yours may be Michigan Secretary of State. Again, Boston Secretary of State. Whatever it is, when you go in there, you want to go to corporations. And when you go to corporations, that's when you find out how you want to start your business. But nevertheless, you want to start your business. Everybody needs a home-based business. Everybody. So again, where do you go? You go to your Secretary of State website. That's where you start your business at. Once you start your business with your Secretary of State website, then you go to the IRS and you just put in the search box EIN number. And then you create your EIN number with the same name that you started your business name with. And then once you get all that in hand, the very next place where I want you to go is to the bank and open up a business bank account. And once you do that, you have started your home-based business, and now all you have to do is just focus on where you want to take your online business. Okay, guys, thank you for joining How to Start Your Home-Based Business. Hopefully this was some good information for you. Hopefully this is some good information for you that you can use in the future. And until next time, to know who you are is the key to your future. You guys have a great day.